Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode five of the Artisan of Glimmith. This is a logic puzzle game where we have to apply rules and create some shapes. We've been working in this area over here, just kind of zoom out of the entire map. We started down here, we've worked our way up. We're going through here. We came to this fork in the road, and we've gone over into this ruin section, and we've been working over here. We've completed 24 of the 33 puzzles in this region. Let's keep working on these. We have a rose window puzzle. So rose windows, each region contains exactly one of each symbol. So if we count the number of symbols, in this case we have 4 blue squares. We get the same thing with diamonds. The green diamonds, we have 4 of those. We have 4 of every shape. So that tells us there's going to be 4 regions, and each region will have 1 of each. Now this square is very interesting to me because it has to grow. It can't cross this boundary, this border here. So it's going to have to grow out to the right. And as soon as it does that, it can't grow anymore because it already has a triangle. So that's going to come off. It's going to grow down. Well, now that we have this is a separate region. As soon as we know this is a separate region, we can draw it in and start growing it that direction. Can we do any kind of similar logic? We know we said this is a separate region, but it could grow this way. It could grow that way as well. It's going to be interesting when we get to the corners here. For example, I go ahead and draw that in. This cannot come back under here because red cannot be on both sides of this. Same thing with this. This orange could not go here. This cannot be the case. This cannot be how orange grows because neither orange nor red can go into this square, and all the squares must be accounted for. So this is not the direction orange grows. Orange grows this direction. And this is a separate region. I don't know which region it connects to over here, but it's not orange, it's not red. So we're going to go ahead and start that out. So where else can we look for some growth? Like I said, there's 4 regions. We found 3 of them. We don't know if this circle goes in the yellow region or if it goes in the unknown 4th region. The other circles over here. We've got the purple hexagons. 2 of those have been claimed. There's 2 more down there as well. And this region will need a green diamond. I think that's a good question. Can this be anything but this green diamond? It can't be the yellow. Yellow is a separate region. I can't get to these because to get there, I would either have to go up and around. That's illegal. Can't cross that line. I can't go down here. I already have a square. Can't go through here. I already have a triangle. So I think I don't have a triangle. I would take the triangle. And once I've taken the triangle, I don't need another triangle. So the only way out is, and I can't go around this way. I already have a circle. So this is in there. The question is, does it go over and down or that way? But I'm going to go ahead and just kind of mark this as a reddish color to signify it is part of that region. So this is a separate region because this is already accounted for. Where else are we looking? So this hexagon does not connect to this diamond. These are 2 separate. So a good question I think would be, where does this get a diamond? It's not this diamond. And it's not this diamond. So it has to be one of these 2 diamonds. And that seems very problematic. Because it already has a circle, it can't come through the bottom and grab it through here. Which means it would have to grab it from the top. But how would that work? I can't go through there. I have to go down. Like, I would have to do something like this. But does that put pressure on this circle? It does. It just means I can't go down. I have to take that one. And so this circle then has to come around like this. Like that. And it has to go out this way because this cannot be orange. This is all forced. This is not me guessing. This has to be the way it works. All right, so this region needs to grow. So it goes out. So we now know that this is how the red region grows. That's it. That's it. This is not connected. This is not connected. This has to grow. It has to grow. It has to grow. It has to grow. And this still needs to grow. And it still needs to grow. It still needs to grow. It still needs to grow. And it cannot take, this yellow region cannot take there. That has to be the red region. That's it. Very good puzzle. I like it. I like that one. All right. All right. 4 regions. 4 regions. So this is this. Okay. So these corners are very constrained. I'm just going to start with these 2 corners because as soon as we do this, we know this is a different region. This is a different region because they're crossing the boundaries. I don't know if this goes up or if this goes over, but I do know that all 4 sides of this are, well, I shouldn't say that. No, these 2 regions couldn't never be the same across the diagonal. There's no way then to connect them without isolating some other region. Actually might be able. Yeah, actually, I say that. But this could just be a region of 1 square and this comes around. So, I mean, it's possible these are the same region. So maybe I shouldn't use that logic just yet. All right, where does this region grow? It could grow down, but, well, if it grows down, it doesn't have to grow anymore. If this region goes here, it doesn't have to grow anymore. It's interesting with only 1 square, you don't have to keep growing. I do know that these are 3 different color regions. This region, and this region are all different colors. And these are different. So is this the same as this one? The same as this one? Is this the same as that? And which color is that? Same thing over here. We've got at least 3 different regions on this side. I hate to go around and do something like this. How do I want all the colors all the time. But if I do something like that, that doesn't really help me because I don't really have 6, 7, 8 regions. There's only 4. But yeah, I know. Don't worry, game. I'm just trying to visualize something here. Okay, let's just connect this one down for a second. What does this do? The challenge is again, there's only one solution to this. There's one solution. There's a unique solution. We can logically arrive at that solution. So there is a lot of difficulty in getting these to be different, these to be different, and these to be different, these to be different across all of these lines, and also have each region have exactly one circle in it. So there's a lot of pressure here. And all right, does this help me at all to look at it like this instead? These are 4 different regions. They don't have to grow. Like these regions are, but I do need to get into this corner. I could do something like that. I could do something like that. Again, we could do something like that. We could do something like that. And this can come around like that. All right, so here we go. We're getting some problems now. Where does this color get a circle? There. But then it can't get out. Okay. I like we're seeing. I want to see where the tensions arise, and it seems like the tension arises. The tension arises when I come out of here, and I come out of here. I don't have to go this direction. I could. I'm just drawing one of the. I could do something like this instead. It could go like that, and this grows up. These are 2 mirrored versions. I could do the same thing over here. This grow this way, that like that, right? So I don't know which one of these is right. One of these is correct. It's either this kind of setup or it's this kind of setup. Now this one would allow me to do that. And they don't have to be the same. So let's see, is it possible that these are the same? This is an interesting question. Can these be the same region? If they are, then if it takes this one, it couldn't take that one. It could go that way, something like this. But does that create a challenge? Okay, so let me, we have 2, these are 2 separate regions right here, right? So this is, and then here's our 4th region. What color goes here? It has to either be light purple or dark. Let's make that yellow. It has to either be purple or yellow. How does yellow get over here? Like yellow can't even get over here. So by definition, this would have to be purple. Now that puts a lot of pressure on this corner. So we could do something like that. I mean, this could take all of that. But what's going to come in here? We got a different problem now. I need something to come into this corner. It can't be yellow. And you can say, well, orange could do it. Orange could come all the way around. And that's true, except what goes here then? See, that's a problem. I think this all stems from, I want to go back here. I think this is a problem. Let me see if I can. I want to be able to phrase this in a more technical, logical definition. But if we are working like whatever's down here, like whatever region's down in here, right? There's some region there. These are definitely 2 regions, the start of 2 regions. And this is different than this one. So I mean, I'm not going to say this is all 4 regions, but this is pretty, I mean, what goes here and what goes here? This right here, this is the part that really has got my head scratching. This is not orange. This cannot be orange. Because orange cannot loop around. So if orange came down here, I'm saying, let's say orange does not take this circle. So orange could take all of this. But where does orange can't take this circle now. So now orange is either having to take this circle or it has to take this circle. If orange takes this circle, where does this one get a color? I guess we could connect it to orange. Like that. But then this is a dead space. Orange can't take it. Or maybe blue can take it. Can blue take it like that? But then blue takes this? I mean, that works. That is the solution. But why? And it went through the middle. Yeah, we can't take the solution. We can't. This is the solution. But we're going to restart that. So why was that not acceptable to go this direction? And I think okay. This is the question we should be asking. It really what we did. We had the right. This space right here. Let's just start with this one. Is there any other color that comes through here? That doesn't work. That gets blocked. That's obvious. Could it be something like this? And there's another color back here? Well, that doesn't work because it can't grow and get a circle of its own. That's a different problem. So if it's like this, could it go like that? And it's the same problem. Where does this one now get its circle? It can't go over here because it crosses the line. So whatever is here, when you have a color here, I think we can say definitively it has to take all of these. It has to. And as soon as it takes all of these, it can't take this one. It can't take that one. It needs a circle. So it has to come out. It could be this circle. Could be that circle. This is where we were at before. Either way, it has to come up through the middle. We know these are separate. This is just... This region has to grow. This region, okay, this region is not this region, and it has to grow. So it's in here. This is forced. This is forced. That's forced. This is not the same region color as something else. This is not that color. So this does need to grow. So it's got to come across. It can't be orange. It has to be one of these two. So orange has to be that one. Orange can't be that one. This still needs a color. Okay. I think it really is all about, there's something, the pressure down here. I don't feel like I gave that. I don't feel like I was able to articulate the logic of why this was forced. Why you cannot have two colors down here. But that is true. You cannot have, these 4 cells cannot be different colors. And maybe leave a comment how you would explain how those could not be but they can't be. And once you have that, the rest of it is pretty logically deducible. All right, 3 regions here, folks. 3 regions. This one is not this one. We got the same. We got the cross. So 2 of these regions have to be the same. So either these 2 are the same or these 2 are the same. Don't know which one those are, but that means something has to be able to loop around one way or the other. So if I'm going from here to here, how would I get there? I would have to go like all the way around, but that's a problem because I've broken that one off. So that's, if I go around this way, I can't go through there. I can't go through that anyways. I'd have to come around like this, but then that's broken off. So I think either way, I think we're just, it's too constrained because we're encircling each one. I think if we go the other way, nope, we still, that actually kind of works. But we have to connect 2 of these together. That's the key. So how do we know which 2 to connect? Oh, let's do that. Let's do that. Makes it very obvious. So this region, I have 3 regions. There's 3 regions, just like that. This red region has to connect to this circle. How does it get there? There's 2 options. Loop around this way or loop around this way. But this is the red region, which means it doesn't, these 2 are not in the same region, are they? Oh, it could be. This does not have a square in it yet. So it could be, well, or could it be? If it goes through this way, it takes that square. If it goes around this way, yeah, these are not in the same region. That's, which tells you that these are 3 separate regions. So these 3 regions line up to these 3 regions. And this one has to get a circle somehow. How in the world does it get a circle? Why did I say these can't be in the same region? I think I just made that up out of nowhere. Oh, I said it because... Wait. These don't have to... What? Back up. Back it up. Green is not the same as red, and green is not the same as blue. But blue can be the same as red. These do not have to be three distinct regions. That was a bad logical leap on my part. That is not true. So let's go back to first principles here. Yeah. Let's go back to first principles. That was some bad logic. And you guys can see that we're not editing this stuff out. You guys are getting the raw solves here. We're not going through pre-solving this and like, hey, look, we figured it out. No. We're solving this. We're solving this in real time. Never seen these puzzles, so that you guys are watching me parse through them as I'm going through here. But this is okay. So this does raise the question: where does this guy get a circle? And I'm going to say it has to be there. It has to be. Because I can't come out this way. I hit a square. And I can't come out this way to get a square to get to the one. These have to be together. No doubt about it. Now, what does that do? We know this is a different region. And we still have that diagonal issue so this is not the region that's on both sides. So this region so all three regions are in the center square on one side of it, or in one quadrant of the center square, except for one region's in two quadrants, and the red region is not that region because the red region cannot get to the other side. So the red region either goes into the top right corner of the center square or it goes into the bottom left. And then some other region will take the other spots. Now, this region, if it came in, well, this is important. This is important. The red region is one of these. So the other region is the region that has to go to both sides. So is it this one? How would this one get from here to here? It can't go through this square, so that's off limits. So it has to go around the bottom. But no matter how it does, it runs into isolating one of these from the other. So this is not the one that loops around. So this is the red one, so that's not there. Which means this is the one that has to loop around. Now, I don't know if it loops around from the bottom or if it loops around through the top, but I think the top doesn't work. For the same reason this one doesn't work. As soon as I do that, I isolate this one. Yep, that does not work. So it does have to loop around like this to get here. That is forced. And there is no way for this not to be... I like that better for color. I think this is all forced. All right. Now this is not the same. This has to be a different color, and it does have to be this blue color, and that's it. That's it. All right, do I have time for one more? I think we're getting pretty close to the end of the time for the video. I think it is a good place for us to stop. What do we have here? Oh, that's a 6. Yeah, we're probably not solving a level 6 That was just a level 4. Here's a level 2. We'll try to do a level 2. We'll try to get a level. We'll get one more in. I know everybody's saying, don't stop, don't stop. Okay, I'll give you one more. One more. Here we go. Rows windows, each region has exactly one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 regions. 8 regions, and how many shapes? I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so 32. So 4 shapes. Let's just go through and just divide everything up. I'm just going to do this through pure. All right. That's a region. That's a region. That's a region. That's a region. I mean, this is having to grow. I mean, this is forced. That's a game. That's a region. This is a region here. That does not connect. This has to grow. That doesn't connect. This has to grow. That's a region. That's a region. And there we go. Folks, we found one. We can dock it out just like that. We will stop on that puzzle. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button if you want this more of this type of content. Subscribe. Help the channel grow. And whatever you do, I hope to see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.